Hey guys, welcome back to the table. This is Finding Atoria. I am Arcadia, your host today, and I am here in our studio with Malcolm.
Hello.
And Tori.
Hello.
And we are missing Jess.
Not much longer.
Not much longer.
She'll be back soon.
And I am so excited to be at the table today with everybody. Thank you for joining us. We are doing a little bit of a series to share our world of Atoria with our listeners. We took it for the name of our podcast, and we don't often give peeks into the lore behind the name.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe. Wait, wrong. Okay.
No, I like it. Don't touch the loresies.
So we're peeling back the hood a little bit and giving you, our listeners, a chance to learn about our world. So today I get to interview Malcolm and Tori about two of their characters. Malcolm, we are going to dive into your first gen character of Draville. And Tori, we're going to dive into your second gen character of Riya. And if you haven't listened to our previous episode where we dropped the little tidbit that Riya and Draville are maybe somehow related, we'll get into all of that.
Oh, will we?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So since Draville is first gen, why don't we go ahead and start there? Malcolm, tell me about Draville. Where does he come from? What's his class? Give me a little bit of background on Draville.
I was invited to play Dungeons and Dragons. And I think that we've talked about inspiration for our characters before, so I'm not going to go there. Draville was a blunt object in every sense of the word, especially at early levels. It was big He-Man sized two-handed sword slashing swings.
Come on, meat shield.
And I was used a lot for my hit points and constitution. And the entire idea behind the character I've gone into before. I love the idea of the sort of ne'er-do-well brawler that comes up in the world and is given opportunities to shine and to be heroic. And Draville came from a harbor town, not a harbor town, excuse me, a trading town, and was just kind of in the life there in the tavern. Mom worked there in the tavern, making money, trading secrets, doing different things.
There's the secrets.
And was visited by a retired adventurer, Dozark, and was offered to train in the sword a little bit and learn how to use what was this, once again, tavern kitchen access brawn that was, he was big from a young age, and went out to adventure.
You went to the Oaks first.
To learn and was sent to the Oaks and was introduced to that academy and had some skills honed there, and aspired to be more than a dipshit in a tin can. But I think all the way through like 5th level, there were just games where I was like, miss again.
Like when Nori and Idri look at each other and go, "Who's diving in after him?"
Well, and there were
I did.
I know
and
you
I
did.
gave instructions
And I was like,
while
I
was doing
can't.
it.
I'm sorry.
some very base motivations for Draville. If the
Like,
problem
why
is
the
over
fuck
there,
did you drop? You are in fucking metal armor.
the problem was over there. I'm a very strong swimmer.
No, you
But-
weren't.
You're right. The full plate mail
In the harbor.
was not. Yeah. Okay. So intelligence. I knew that I had to have a number there, but I knew it didn't have to be very big. So yeah, he was created to be that frontline fighter. To get in front of everyone and make big scary swing with sword and get hit so that other people could do cool shit with their characters, and it really worked well. So
Yeah. All right. So Tori,
We're
we're jumping ahead in our lore's timeline.
we are
to talk about a second generation character,
We
Riya.
are.
So, tell me about Riya. Where does Riya come from?
Okay, so first off, like, give a little backstory where we got to the point where Gen 1, there wasn't a lot we could do with them. Like, you had thrown just about every fucking thing.
When you're past level 20, you just...
Yeah, it was just like, they have a kingdom. They stay there. I'm like, all right.
I was going to have to like start stealing character sheets and be like, I don't know what happened to it. We should probably roll new ones. But yeah, it was-
So we decided to go with our Generation 2. And I had decided
You decided to throw sort of little monkey wrench at
it.
Malcolm.
But no, because I actually talked to him about it because I wasn't about to be that crazy. I just didn't tell him how I was going to do it.
right.
So Riya is Draville's daughter.
That's correct.
Unbeknownst to Draville.
Draville did not know he had Riya
We
for
were-
the first...
Chilling in the throne room one day. And,
I was going to say, we got to tell this
16
story.
She was 16 came into, but the thing was, we also figured something out about Draville's mom. Draville's mom wasn't just a lady of the night.
No,
Draville's mom was passing
Secrets.
information
she was a secret broker. Yes.
because that's how my mom knew her. And my mom showed up to the tavern and took a liking to
Young Draville.
young Draville and then disappeared because
That's what she did.
That's what secret brokers do.
Absolutely.
And so I said, okay, I'm gonna like bring your kid into this, and you're like, and I'm like, it'll happen. Are you cool with it? And he was like, I guess. I'm like, all right. So what I did was I walked into the fucking throne room because I think I pretty much talked my way through because she was charisma based. Talked my way through the guards, and then like sauntered in as arrogantly as fucking possible.
Oh yeah, and we were at the height of like
Right, and
everybody
there
had
was
just
no
gotten
bows.
the final.
There was no bows,
Yeah.
no nothing. I walked straight up, like up to that dais, and looked at you and said, "Hi, Dad."
Yep, and it was definitely the day that the game changed for Draville.
Well, and the best part was, I said, this redhead half elf walks up to you,
Right.
and says, "Hi, Dad," and you look into your own eyes.
And One Night in Bangkok starts playing.
Okay.
So that was her introduction.
Okay, so I want to do a little repeat of the exercise. If people listen to our previous episode about Atoria, that Malcolm did, and say before we dive into more information about our characters and all the exploits they did, Draville walks in. Give me a snapshot of Draville.
Dude is big. He is. He's a large drink of water. He is going to be as not imposing but confident as possible walking into a room. And you're going to see some flowing hair. You're going to see some steely eyes. Every inch the physical specimen. And you're also going to notice just a general aloofness, that there are going to be things that he just misses, and he's okay with that.
That's why we're here. That's
Right,
why
right, because-
you had Nori and Idri.
I never ever have to wonder what the hell's going on around me, and rarely do I give a shit.
Okay, so I want to throw this out there. I feel like we paint this picture of Draville as sort of a bumbling
complete
idiot,
idiot.
and he's not. His intelligence is not that low. I do like how you use the word sort of an aloofness. Like there are certain things he knows he doesn't need to give a shit about.
Correct, and it's just a choice to operate in the lane where he feels confident.
Now, if
and
you want to
comfortable.
talk like leading an army, general strategy, and all of that, he's not just by the time we're done, he's not just the brute
No.
wielding a sword. He is marshaling armies
He's a fucking
appropriately
king. Right.
in the kingdom.
and he brought that charisma stat up pretty heavy in his arc. But yeah, that's what you're going to see walking into a room, a guy that probably looks like he should be there.
At the end of his arc here, does he still look like the boy raised in a tavern, or does he look like the king?
I think he looks like the boy that was raised in a tavern who became king. I think that you're not going to lose what was left through those childhood experiences, through that unique, backstory and that, access to someone like Dozark and knowing that there were things going on behind the scenes, that mom wasn't just upstairs with the gentleman, that there was bigger business abroad. And I think he carries all of that with him. But at the same time, yes, it's good to be the king. and yeah. So yeah, a lot of that.
So we got a little bit of a visual on, hair and species for Riya, but tell me a little bit more. What do I see when Riya walks in?
She is tall. Like that was
like her daddy.
No joke. Female, like you can tell that she is.
Do you remember what her stat is as far as her height?
She's 6'1".
Okay.
She's a tall fucking half elf.
Yeah.
And that was one of the reasons was I could almost look you in the eye, and you were not happy about that either.
No.
But she's gonna walk in. She's cocky as fuck. She is muscled, but not. She's pretty lanky, but it's the kind of lank that you knew that you probably don't want to get hit. She's cocky as fuck, so she swaggers.
What's on her hip?
Rapier.
Yeah.
And what is she? Character.
She is a swashbuckler.
She's a swashbuckler.
Heck yeah.
Just walks in every inch.
Every inch.
You own
every
this shit
inch the
until I
pirate
walked
queen.
in. Yes.
I own this space.
Right.
Yep.
And you will listen to me because I'm the tits.
Right.
That was the whole thing. And that was like, hey, you're my dad. You've been missing for 16 years of my life. Mm-hmm. You're a king now. What can you do for me?
Blood test.
Bitch, stand up.
Right. So it was one of those things where we talked in the last episode about what Nori was when you were at the table, and it was such a departure from that.
She was so far away.
I'm going to be quiet and you're going to die. To I'm here. No, I'm fucking here.
And I'm taking up the room.
Right, the whole room. And it was great to see from being at the table, the player switch in Tori from you were just picking up the dice with different intent in your eyes. Anyway.
There was always the, let's do this.
Yeah.
All right, you bet.
Right.
What has been, Malcolm, your favorite time to play? And I'm going to say, I'm trying to come up with the right word. From level 1 to level 20 plus. Mm-hmm. What's been your favorite stage to play Draville?
I don't know if I remember the levels specifically. I think we were around 12th at the time, but it was it was 9th. I really like what happens at 9th level because you get the keep, you get the people around you, and you get to start to build what I consider to be this heroic legacy. But for the character, like me playing Draville, the best thing that ever happened was Spark. Mm-hmm. Because I immediately became the grumbling dad in the room about the fucking puppy. And it was great. It just gave immediately a different dimension to Draville.
Spark isn't a puppy.
But he's not a puppy.
Should we share what Spark is if people haven't listened
they
to
know
all the episodes?
Spark's a fucking blue dragon.
There we go. Spark is our pet dragon.
Who was a hatchling and was no end of terror to my character. So it gave a very serious character in some points, always had a safe space to go back to a little bit of poking fun at yourself, and having that, the dragon shit on the rug again. You're like, it just, and getting shocked out of nowhere by a level -2 hatchling freaking blue dragon that doesn't hurt at all, but again, and then he just
Especially
flapped
when
off.
you're wearing full plate and getting shocked with an electric zap every time the dragon sneezes.
Microwaved fighter in a can.
And you realize that later on that was totally Riya going to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. It was an interesting time for the character to kind of learn a little bit of humility and self-effacement.
All right. Tori, to you with Riya. What's been... I know we haven't played her quite as high at level, but she's not small at level experience by any means. What's been your favorite stage?
Level 8, and we had just gotten the ship actually together. And I think it was when we were... And she had, like, finally come into... There was some stuff to back up that cocky.
Yeah.
Right? Like when you actually finally get some skills.
She talked a good fucking game for a long goddamn time and talked her way out of fights.
Yes.
Yeah, very good charisma
Like,
character.
I'm not going to lie, because Riya, I managed to get out of more fights that I knew I was going to fucking tank.
She was, if I remember as a GM, not squishy, but not anyone who wanted to hang out and melee too long. And I remember Riya falling back many times, usually with 2 fingers in the air. But yeah, like you could not take multiple rounds back.
But once I think it was probably about level 8, there was a couple of things mechanic wise that I got. Like it's basically fancy footwork, and I was way harder to hit.
Yep, and you just started dancing that rapier around.
At which point I was talking smack, which could cause problems with them, and they couldn't hit me. So that was, I liked the fact that she could finally literally put her money where her mouth was.
Right.
And do some damage.
And the the vicious mockery running around and just telling people that they suck as you take their arm was, that was...
Your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries. Oh, look!
That 20.
You ain't got no pants on, son.
All right. Thank you guys for sharing so far. We're going to take a little bit of a break. And when we come back, we will dig more into maybe the relationship of Draville and Riya.
Next up on Mooring.
Really?
We'll talk to you soon after the break.
When you sit down at the table, open the books, and spill out the dice, you're looking for an epic adventure. Tabletop role-playing is more popular than ever, and every day new players join our great hobby. My name is Steve Kellums, and I'm the host of the Epic Adventure Podcast. I'm just a fan with a radio voice, but joining me on this quest will be Mike Howlett, the co-founder of Oddfish Games, a great independent game company, and Christina Stiso, a PhD student studying game-based learning. Together, we will discuss all things tabletop gaming, from character creation to world building to setting and pacing. We will give you tips and tricks to make your games, well, epic. Like and subscribe to the Epic Adventure Podcast today.
This episode of Finding Atoria is brought to you by Wordleaf Media. The Finding Atoria podcast is looking for guests for our upcoming episodes. Are you or someone you know passionate about the TTRPG community and have a story to share? If so, contact us on our socials or reach out at wordleafmedia.com/Finding Atoria. And now back to your program.
Hey guys, welcome back to the table after the break. This is Finding Atoria, and I'm Arcadia, your host, here at the table with Malcolm and Tori, talking about our world of Atoria and giving you guys a little bit of a peek behind the scenes. Before the break, we were talking about their characters, Draville and Riya, and wanted to just dive a little bit more into their relationship. My question for you guys is, we had this sort of stunning unknown announcement of who Riya was and all of that. But
that was so much fun.
I'm not going to direct this at either one of you. I want you both to jump in and share, but tell me about the relationship after the introduction. How did it go? Was it all hugs and here's my long lost daughter? Was it
absolutely not.
Hey, Dad?
Absolutely
I know the answer to these questions.
Yeah,
share with our listeners.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no. I walked in there absolutely knew exactly what I was doing. You're a king. You have lots of money. I don't. I'm technically an orphan. You're technically my dad. I need a bankroll.
That is exactly how it happened. And there were specifics. I remember you just flipping through books going, I wanted this one, and I want 2 of those, And yeah, there was a lot of petulance in Riya, but it was different stakes for Draville because his kids with Idri were infants, and we had just destroyed anything that could possibly touch any of us, and like all of my people were so strong on their own that it was kind of like a kickback, and now there were new stakes. And for me, trying to role play my character as your dad, my reaction was, why the fuck do you run into danger like it's water? Because you were constantly going, all right, I'm going to go do the less advisable path and put myself in danger. So it almost gave Draville a reason to keep practicing because, yeah.
Well, and the best part about that was most of the time you're like, why are you going to do that? And I would, didn't you do the exact same thing?
Yeah, it was like I said, a big period of humility, but the relationship.
Hey, Dad, who fought the dragons?
Right. It was one of those.
Riya had a lot of Draville in her.
Right.
That is very true.
Was,
Riya had a lot of Draville in her.
And it was kind of looking back at my younger character self going,
shit.
Dipshit in a sash instead of a tin can. Okay, go ahead.
Well, and then it ended up like, it took a while, but it ended up, he was my dad by the end of it. And he was my dad and you were my mom because I had lost my mom. So
that leads me into a question I wanted to ask is share with our audience a little bit about Riya's life before the castle.
Riya's mom was an information broker. So she was engaged with, because swashbuckler was one of the thief categories that you could have, right? It was its own little thing. But because of that, she was a wharf rat who dealt with thieves guilds. Well, her mom got on the wrong side of a deal, but Riya had always been told, hey, if shit goes south, because the heroes of the Crossroads were
known through the land,
you head that way. And so she was a wharf rat, grew up a rogue. I think they knew about Nori, but Nori, it wasn't the goal. It was mom was saying that you will probably have safety if you go that way. And if you stay by yourself, you're not going to have very many people. So she grew up a little rogue on the wharf. And shit went sideways, and she was of an age where there was only a few choices, and if you're a wharf rat and a female,
right?
I couldn't stay. It wasn't safe.
Sure.
So she went to the castle and said, "Give me."
Well, and
yes,
it was Riya, and the cockiness apparently was genetic.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so.
So, speaking of early life and influences and things like that, you have mentioned Dozark in a couple of our episodes and his impact on Draville. Tell me about Dozark. Who was he to Draville and why the impact?
So the tavern, the town where Draville grew up, was kind of the last trading post before you got out into some expanses and
race territory.
So you'd see people seasonally almost coming back from the frontier, and Dozark was a name that almost everyone knew from lore and legend, who had kind of not continued on with the fame and fortune aspects of adventuring and had quasi-retired, but would come through the town, had a relationship with Draville's mother, and took an interest in the boy. And he was an elf who was extremely adept at swordplay, and was sort of the first person that took this brawn and said, okay, we need to do a little bit more than flailing forward.
Right. Took the tavern brawler and put a sword in his hand.
Put a sword in his hand, put a little confidence to him, let him know that you can put some stats and dexterity, and life's going to be okay. Not everything had to be bend bars, lift gates.
I was trying to explain that to Chase, and he was like, "Fuck you, Mom.
Right.
I don't want to know."
Time for bed, Mom. That's all right. But that was the relationship, and he was a constant. He would say that he was coming back, and did come back, and that was what was different about him in that place, is that even if people had intended to, a lot of folks just never made it back that way. He always showed up. He would always darken the door periodically and take an interest and conclude his business and take time to train and spend time and instill some skills in the bumbling brawler.
All right. So, how is Dozark impacting Draville forward?
Don't know.
No?
Draville left town and didn't go back.
Okay. All right. So just talking about relationships and your characters that were impactful. Talk to me about Riya and Spark.
Well, okay, so I cried with this. I cried with this because I didn't know it was coming. And Spark was my homie. Like in the when we were playing Riya to begin with, Riya would get Spark to do all sorts of shit that he shouldn't.
Yes.
Because she was the eldest of all the children, and when the children were old enough, they did her bidding.
They were her minions.
They were her minions because she was the older sister, and she could get Spark to do it.
Yes.
Well, when we came back to it, we started talking about the fact that they were now dragon riders. Mm-hmm. And I'm getting teary right now. I'm really trying not to. Riya and Spark were the first set. And so...
In our world, Riya and Spark are our first companionship for us to realize that dragon riders could be a thing.
Right. It took them from being monstrous beasts in our world to
they
intelligent.
Were friends.
Well, people with or creatures that you could bond with and make part of your family.
Riya was already like palling around with him before he was big enough to take her up.
They grew up together.
But
in a lot of ways, Spark is her brother.
Yeah. And when I got told that Riya was the first dragon rider and that Spark was it, I'm doing it again. I'm like, that is so huge because Spark was so prevalent through all of the games that he was this like linchpin of happy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like no matter what was going wrong, Spark was this like linchpin of happy, and the fact that Riya got him was
because we did not have.
I didn't know about it until you motherfuckers told me.
Right.
And then I was like, oh my God.
Because we weren't going to have that in our world. It wasn't going to be a thing where you were, Kitty R on the back of, and they were going to be, at least early on, the evil, the forces that we would fight. And there, we went with our chromatic, understanding of the dragons, and we broke the rules with Spark. We proved that if people are cool enough, that an evil little lightning baby and an egg can have bonded relationships.
Species doesn't determine alignment.
There you go. And it felt right that after that entire arc and that, Riya and Spark growing up together, is that they got to change that. That was special enough that now that was something that was doable and seeable in our world. Somebody on Dragonback.
Yeah.
Because I think one of the things that would happen is when she would walk into the castle, the first person that got greeted was Spark. Mm-hmm. She would go give Spark a hug, and then, which was hilarious. It'd be like, fuck everybody else. I want to hug the big scaly thing that could probably fry me while I stand. But he's mine. So.
Very cool.
So tell me about Draville's arc from here.
From where?
From where our story exists right now. Where do you want Draville to go? Where do you see
Home.
Draville going?
Home. He would like to
Find him first.
He would like to be rescued. He would like to be. He would like a med pack. If you have a med pack,
How similar to the question you asked us last episode. Where would you have his story end?
Oh, he's been awake too.
yeah. For Draville, it's
maybe.
that everybody is back in danger.
Yeah, we can't give too much away. I mean,
Right.
because some of it's still behind scenes. but-
Sure, but a lot of what he's dealing with now is he knows eventually somebody's coming, and they're going to be in danger when they do, and he has that element of just let it be, just let it be. Make sure that you're stick to the plan, make sure that the kids are good, and hang back. And then he also wants to do it. He knows he can't do it alone, and he sees them every day being tortured. He's just sitting there being tortured every day. And I wish I could set that scene for you a little bit better, but that'll be another game. And so he, much like Nori, he's ready. He's ready, and it's going to be this gets fixed or I die trying. And then after that, he doesn't care. After that, it is time to pass that baton. It is time to fade away into rest, because there's guilt involved here. We wanted too much. We went too far.
And he saw Riya get pulled too.
Yeah. So I don't know what condition he will be in when he is able to be played again in the story. But woe betide the motherfuckers in that room, because when you guys hit the scene, it's on, and it will probably be a blaze of glory battle. I think. Mm-hmm. He's been dead. He's already. It's time. So yeah, I think that it's hella revenge, button up affairs, and deuces into the distance.
All right. What about Riya? Riya's been through some hell. Where's her story go from here? And I know you guys don't know all the background, but that's sort of the fun of it too.
Ask us questions.
Riya might go find. Riya might go to the Grove.
Okay.
Riya
needs some peace.
Riya might go to the Grove and hang with Jan.
Okay. All right.
And the freaking she'll go hang with the gnomes.
It just feels like Gen 1's ready to.
Because Riya, the amount of damage that.
Oh yeah.
She needs some peace.
She needs peace, and she's not going to get it. And Jan's there.
Yeah.
Her sister's there.
Yep.
Seed Rock campaign was going to be a tough one.
Yes.
Her sister's there.
So, all right, guys, thank you so much for letting our listeners get a little bit of a peek under the hood of the world that we play, the characters that we love.
Yep.
I appreciate you guys taking the time. I hope everybody has enjoyed learning a little bit of our world.
There's the lore drop, guys.
We love it. We will continue to expand and play in it. And we hope you've enjoyed it as well. Please leave us comments, interact with us, share your world with us.
Tell us about your first babies.
Yeah. Yes. We want to hear from you. And you can check us out at all of our socials, Facebook, Insta. We've got our videos on YouTube, which don't actually have video, but they do have our voices. And you can you can always find us at our website, www.wordleafmedia.com/finding Atoria. And on that page, you will see a lovely little Patreon button where if you would like to do so, you can sponsor us, and we would so appreciate that assistance to keep us up and running. So we will talk with you again next time, guys. Thank you so much for finding Atoria with us.
Bye.
Bye. This episode of Finding Atoria is brought to you by Wordleaf Media. Find us at wordleafmedia.com/finding Atoria if you or anyone you know has stories or other good things to say about TTRPGs. Get a hold of us. You can find us on all the social medias.
This episode of Finding Atoria is brought to you by Wordleaf Media. Are you interested in sharing stories of your favorite TTRPG experiences? If so, reach out at www.wordleafmedia.com/contact us on our socials, or you can now leave a comment on your favorite Finding Atoria episode at our Wordleaf Media YouTube channel.